people need to get paid. The same concept apply in personal relationships. You do have to prove yourself.
You should have to prove yourself. Do you? Not for all men, obviously.
You can't do nothing. You're useless. Who wants to be around somebody that's useless?
Allowed to do this?
Now it's just jokes, but she also frequently posts
They just need to sit there and look pretty. That's where we at today.
doing essentially nothing all day long.
Oh man.
I actually do this. I just do this. Like, I sit here. This.
Now, if this is the agreement this couple has in their relationship, then that's fine. It is what it is. Being a stay-at-home wife or mother is absolutely nothing to be ashamed of, but it's the aggressive tone and entitlement she gives off that has earned her the label of...
That's so boring. That was what I thought. But everybody wired differently, you know? Like, type of nigga I am, if I'm not always doing something, I get bored fast. But it's, I don't know, there's probably, maybe she's having fun doing actually nothing. To me, it feels like you're wasting life, but maybe that for her, it's like the way to live the life. And let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he would just say something if he wasn't comfortable with that. Maybe he's cool with just pampering her and her doing genuinely actually nothing.
I think she says she's actually doing nothing. I think that's cap. Everyone always has something to do. That's a lie. Everyone always has something to do. She's just capping for the fucking for social media. She has something to do. She's doing it right then and there. She's fucking filming and saying, "Oh, I have nothing to do." Boom, she's here. She's on this podcast. She's actually doing something. She's just doing questionable things that where most men traditionally would be like, what? Like, get the fuck out of here.
A stay at home implies some responsibility, but she doesn't even have those.
a gold digger, something that she subtly implies to be.
Now, like, people are like, oh, that's gold digging, or that's something. No, it's not. Okay, then I'm digging. Yeah.
If that wasn't bad enough, Ghislaine frequently discusses other men that she would like to cheat on her husband with.
I never watched the show, but, like, he's on my hall pass list. Oh, yeah. Chase Crawford, Jacob Elordi, Austin Butler.
Now, some people see the whole celebrity crush thing as unserious because the celebrity feels so distant, so unreachable, that it's basically the same thing as fantasizing about a fictional character. Like, it's not really cheating because in their minds the situation is so unrealistic that it becomes harmless. Others see this as straight up openly admitting they'd hook up with someone else that wasn't their husband because celebrities are just people too, after all.
That him in that movie, like, did kind of, like, rewire my sex. But is that type? But not anymore, but, like, he was so hot and tall, and he's like Meera Bunny, like Bugs Bunny, and I was like, okay.
But Ghislaine didn't...
Facts. Like, my temptation is to pause every time she says something, gang. I'm trying my hardest not to, though.
Just openly fantasize about sleeping with other famous men. She quite literally admitted to wanting to sleep with her co-host husband, Nav.
Would y'all ever have dinner with your husband? Rhea, I'm actively trying to have it because this couple is so good looking, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you see him. His body goes crazy. His face part always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband. No, I kind of love him, but I'm like,
no.
I'm for it. Okay, maybe. I just know that Nav's dick is like at least 10 inches. You would only be down.
Alright. When we do that with the boys, alright, we're just joking. We're not gonna suck and fuck each other's dicks. But I will say,
Agent, dude, she's referring to the guy like she would do it to the guy. She's not talking about like, or maybe she is. Let me see.
if you are attracted to dick and you're fantasizing about dick, you want that dick. There's no way around it. There's no way around that. We don't do that? Right. Yeah, you're right. That's my fault. Yeah. Hey, nah. Hey,
See, that's why I got confused for a second. We think about we're not thinking about the dick. Like, that was kind of like, this is where I got confused. If we're thinking about the pussy and we're talking about like someone else's girl, like, yeah, I want to sleep with your girl, this and this and that, like, that doesn't really go on. But that, unless you swing both ways. These two, it's a possibility they swing both ways.
Does that once that dick? Good catch, Shaq.
The original question was a joke about all four of them sleeping together. However, Joseline only talks about Nav and never mentions her own husband, even excluding him from the hypothetical and talking about a three-person situation. Nahal clearly attempts to steer the conversation back to the dynamic being four people to respect Akaash, while Joseline continues to fantasize about Nav. Once again, you could argue that Joseline is just joking. When you joke about something over and over again, especially in a short period of time, you start to wonder if there's a little bit of truth to that. Even while talking about her husband in a positive light, Joseline can't help but imply that Nav is a better husband than her own. To make matters worse, minutes later in the podcast, they bring their husbands on, where Akaash is forced to sit next to the man his wife was just fantasizing about having sex with, and she once again brings up having a threesome with Nahal and Nav, while Akaash is sitting right there.
I'm a hustler who scams a little. I'm not a scammer who hustles.
Why that was sexy, and that's why I'm actively trying to have one.
It's true. She just said it out there. You know?
I don't know. Is this some swinger shit or is this just...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Alright.
There's gotta be some swinger shit, bro.
That's what I just said. It's like when we naturally would see this damn interview, it's like, what the fuck? Like, this is not a normal relationship. This is more like the adult industry relationship.
Just fuck him.
This is like Adam 22 scenario. You know what I'm saying?
It's in your head. Just fuck him.
Even at the end of the episode, Joseline once again, completely unprovoked, states that she wants to sleep with Nav.
On the main character pod, we love you, we hate you, I guess I love you, but I actually love you and all of it.
You would be hard-pressed to make a compelling argument that Joseline is only joking when she brought up this topic multiple times. And when we get to hear from Akaash directly about his perspective of their relationship, you almost get this sense of relief from him that...
In front of him! That's wow. That's the craziest part, though.
Really
they
feels
belong on
about
no
Joseline's
jumper.
behavior.
When she's running 2 hours late to a dinner reservation that I worked really hard to get, and then I'm like, baby, we're running late, and she's like, are you kidding me? Do you know? I don't give a f if we're late to this dinner. They're lucky to have us. And I'm like, oh, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, you lost me at that, bro. I like all that other shit. That's just how he likes his relationship. He likes to be treated like this, bro. Facts. He can change that. He can leave. He can do whatever you want. He likes to be treated like this because he accepts it, right? So we can laugh at it because you wouldn't do that for years. But if that's what he wants, then cool. But dang, like the main character thing is not a branding thing for a podcast. It sounds like she genuinely thinks she's the main character. Just so you know, main characters have conflict. That's what makes it entertaining. And the best storied conflict makes the best main characters. You don't have any conflict. You just sit around lounging around, fucking at the spa 8 hours a day every single day. You're not a main character. You're like an extra. That's what the extras do. You just see them in the fucking background while people are dealing with real problems. Niggas is making shit happen and solving problems in the world. You're just existing. This is the extra podcast.
#1 restaurant in the New York Times. How hard a reservation?
Call them right now. Call them right now. It's not I'm not even joking. This is how main character I am. I was like, Emma will be lucky.
Oh, this is tough rage bait. I'm falling for it too. I swear to God. Hold on, let me warm up these lamb chops. This rage bait, we gotta take a, everybody who's side, man. Take a breather, bro. Take a fucking breather, my nigga. This is crazy. Like, I'm really being tested right now. I'm really being tested. I know I am. This is rage bait. We know. Look, we've been here before. We've seen rage bait. Everybody good? Everybody good? Say good in chat. Everybody good?
grace them with my presence tonight.
Ghislaine seems to think that being the main character means being as entitled and rude as possible, with no regard for anyone else's personal feelings. Stories like these demonstrate that Ghislaine's selfish demeanor isn't just played up for laughs on a podcast, but exists within her real life as well. Akaash comes off visibly frustrated when talking about his wife's toxic behavior, turning it into a therapy session for him where he can finally let out his pent-up rage.
When I say I'm tired, she can't just let me be tired. I travel, I work, and I'm very blessed to do what I do. I work
Really bad insomnia.
I have really bad insomnia. I work 335 days a year. I'm so blessed to do what I do.
Okay, that's rage bait too. Like, and if you know, bro. This nigga said something positive about himself and something negative about himself, and she jumped in to double down on the negative, bro. What she's supposed to say is, yeah, you do work really hard, baby. Why not jump in on the positive? It don't hurt you. You don't think the nigga work hard?
This is not a complaint.
Like he's capping to like, how can I help you, baby? This and that, like her ass and shit. But he's actually saying it like nonchalantly, like, yeah, I'm doing it for you, baby.
Everybody who's up. Everybody who's up.
And he's capping at this moment.
Chill. Don't panic. Right now, you're aggravated. You might have punched the wall in or some shit. Did you break a monitor? Chill. Do not throw your fucking phone, nigga. Don't touch that TV, bro. This is rage bait. We're good. This is rage bait.
Now, there definitely is a humorous delivery to the story that Akaash is telling, but it does seem to be rooted in genuine problems he has with his relationship. Ghislaine displays an extremely selfish and entitled mindset, both on the podcast and in their real life. Are we really meant to believe that all of this is just funny, just jokes? Well, ironically, that's basically how Akaash justifies putting up with this behavior.
It's adorable when she does these things. Like, I just look at it and here's the rule in all of marriage. It's been unspoken, but now we're just saying it now that we're both.
He accepts it, you know. He might just let him smash.
Both making content. If it's funny, we're good. Like, if it's funny, and if it's not funny and it hurt the other person's feelings, you apologize, you move on.
Any logical person understands this is an extremely slippery slope, because literally anything can be passed off as a joke, like this video she posted to TikTok where you can hear them both chuckling from time to time, but it's clear they are both frustrated and quite literally just documenting themselves having an argument.
Do you know what my husband just tried to do to me?
No, we're leaving. Shut up. We're leaving in Paris.
Please tell me he did not shut up when she said that.
In 5 hours, so tensions are a little high. We also just redid our closet,
This is all her closet. She took the whole closet.
which we already agreed upon.
Now she's saying she doesn't have no space.
And now I'm saying I don't have space for all my. I don't have space for. Can you show?
I don't have space for all my Indian suits because I like my dresses spaced out.
Do you know?
We gotta go to war. We need to start beefing with the country, man. Yeah, life has gotten too easy. Life has gotten too easy, bro. We need problems.
Yeah, to be fucking really exaggerating on this wardrobe, like, yeah, push your shit back and put more clothes in there. Well, obviously she's doing it because she's fucking capping. It's like comical at this point. It's like a cartoon, you know?
Peaceful times makes weak people, bro. We gotta go to war, but she could be in the front line, for sure. There's no way. Her preference is that she likes to space them out. So he can't have no closet space? Look, this is what I think, alright? He likes this shit. I deadass think if she panned that camera down, he'd be brick. I think his shit would be rock hard. No debate about it. Because I think he liked these little problems. I think he liked feeling like his input is useless and insignificant. I think he's into this shit. All right? She probably chokes him and shit when they fuck.
That too.
They probably do all types of crazy kinky shit. She dominating niggas, stuff like that. She probably got paddles and whips and things of that nature.
That too.
There's probably some. I'll keep it, but there's probably some slave RP in there. Maybe some cucking. Who knows?
Oh,
I think he's into this. I think
that's without a doubt. That's what I've been saying the last fucking 20 minutes.
I think this right now isn't even an argument. I think we're watching foreplay. I think when they put this camera down, it's about to get busy.
What Akaash just did?
Oh my god!
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
So what do you want to do? You want to buy a separate house with all hangers?
No.
In another video, she documents her being stressed out about packing for a lavish vacation in the wealthiest area of America, which is only a 3-hour drive from their apartment.
Okay, so me and my husband are supposed to leave tonight to go to the Hamptons for 2 weeks, and I haven't even packed anything yet. So I was just like, I'm really stressed. Like, I don't want to go tonight.
It's rage bait. I know. Hey, chill. Hey, look. I'm talking to y'all. I'm talking to me. It's rage bait. Don't respond. Don't react. It's rage bait. It's rage bait. It's rage bait. She's stressed out because she hasn't packed yet for the Hamptons. That's rage bait. That's not rage bait we should fall for. We're too elite. We're good at this shit now. All right, we do these reacts. You heard? So let's not fall for this trap. All right, there's gonna be some other shit we definitely gotta respond to, we gotta react to. But let's not. This is too obvious. This one right here. All right.
Because I still have to pack. I haven't even started. I have to finish my laundry.
Really, I know this is a really hard day. What did you do again?
Oh, today? I had a mani-pedi.
Oh, fine.
Wait, and I had a
Chill.
massage.
It's how stressful. Go to the Hamptons for 2 weeks. The Hamptons, Hawaii.
Akash puts up with Jaslene's selfish behavior and entitlement because he thinks they're just cute jokes.
She's really stressed on a day. She had a mani-pedi and a massage, and she's going to the Hamptons. No conflict actually happened that day. She's just too lazy to get up and do laundry. But we're not gonna panic and react to that because we're better than that.
But it clearly isn't just jokes. Jasleen even says that Akash's birthday is her least favorite day of the year because it's the only day she can't be mean to him.
Oh yeah, she might be funny.
It's Akash's birthday.
Yes.
Yeah, and every year I dread it because I have to be nice the whole day, and I have to get him something, and I have to also be nice and do like acts of kindness.
She said that twice. You know she said that twice?
Really not okay with
No. I see what this is. She's not a gold digger. She's just an overall. She's a class digger. Get what I'm saying? She's a class digger. She like living that opulence lifestyle. She don't want to work for it, right? Now, if you got a rich dad, sometimes life is easy for you, man. He's willing to bless you, things of that nature. But I promise, if he stops doing a few of the things he does for her, she's not. There's no way she's just gonna. I know she's gonna say the jokes, and I'm not gonna lie. The shit she just said was a little funny to me, cause it's almost like so disrespectful that it's worth laughing. And what the fuck? Why would you fucking say that? It's like, what possessed you want to embarrass a nigga like that?
Okay, go ahead.
Well, it's really hard.
For her, it's really hard. She needs to just,
Listen, I'm just used to being treated like a princess all day, every day, so that one day that I don't.
Oh, what torture.
Yeah.
Akaash is the Indian Will Smith. Bro, Akaash married.
Yo, why you guys playing Will Smith like that? Stop doing that, bro. Will Smith was... He was cloud chasing too.
Fuck no. Respect Will Smith.
The girl Fresh and Fit warned you not to marry. She's the embodiment of what Fresh and Fit said to avoid. Akash's rejection of Fresh and Fit's ideology now looked more like a defensive response born out.
Even though Will Smith doesn't need a cloud chase, but like, he's just not cloud chase, he was capping. He was just fucking around. That's what I meant.
Of insecurity, considering her previous comments about her cheating on her husband, the unapologetically consumerist lifestyle that he funds, and the clear, unsettling tension she has with Akaash made many question what her true motives were in the relationship.
You don't have a thought, Chad. I think, there might be some niggas like this in the chat. Let me know. I think the people that like these bags, expensive stuff, like the stuff with no real functionality, right? If you want a big house, you got a big family, that's one thing, right? Right? Like, there's nothing wrong with luxury. But like excessive opulence, ridiculous amounts of luxury, I think these people are classist. And if you think about it, if everybody had this bag right now, it would have no value to her. Right? If everybody owned that bag, that very nice, expensive Gucci bag, that would have no value.
Yep.
Well, why? It's the same bag. It should have the same value.
Yep.
She likes this bag because you don't have it.
Yep.
She doesn't like the bag for what it is. She likes the status and the class that it gives her. She almost detests being like everybody else. That's my theory. I don't know many people that's in this lifestyle, but that's why I feel like they desire the things they desire. Cause I like luxury stuff too, depending on the category. Like I like my cars. We tested a ZR1 today. But on everything I love, if all my friends got ZR1s, I would make a group chat called the ZR1 Bros, and we would start doing missions together. I wouldn't feel like it lost value because a bunch of other niggas got it. Because the car is still functioning 1,000 horsepower, the best American supercar ever made, and peak. Fast. You can't change that by other people getting it. So when the SF90 is a production car, it doesn't matter to me. If everybody got an SF90, it don't mean less to me. You know what I'm saying? Now, you could like bags and not be classes, right? But I think it get to a point where when you're buying like $80,000 bags, you're really only buying a bag that you know no one else could get. 1 of 1, 1 of 3. And that's all you give a fuck about.
Gold digger who had no actual emotional or romantic tie to the man that she married, and these sentiments would only grow stronger as people took notice of a very strange pattern of behavior, that being her tendency to avoid kissing Akaash, and even straight up dodging his kisses when he tries to initiate.
I don't know anything, but she's a desire.
See, okay, so like I said, when you see things like this, it's like in America, we see this as a red flag. Like, why isn't your girl showing you affection? In Asia, they don't show affection. It's in public. Display, affection in public. Like, this is like a boundary of respect and whatnot in the public eye. So this is something I'm learning too. I'm from America. I'm born here.
Pick a friend that lies for you.
And this was not just a one-time occurrence. Entire compilations have been created showing just how often Ghislaine avoids kissing her own husband. To make matters worse, not only did she dodge a kiss from Akaash during their marriage proposal, but she also dodged his kiss a second time when he proposed to have their vows renewed. But Ghislaine says it's nothing more than her being uncomfortable with public displays of affection.
I'll also respond to the people saying I don't like my husband because I turned away from a kiss. I've never liked PDA. Physical touch, I find it really overstimulating, and so it's something I actually work through with my husband because that's...
Okay, we'll give her the benefit of the doubt. PDA, say fair. Some people don't like PDA.
During all of the other things Ghislaine has no problem doing on camera. She's constantly talking about sex on her podcast and on TikTok, not to mention the fact that she posted an entire video where she is clearly not wearing any pants, getting treatment for a bruise she got during... And as if it couldn't get worse, she also flirts with the doctor.
Also, I heard you're single, is that true?
So she has no problem posting herself having very graphic conversations, half-naked videos of herself, and flirting with other men, but she draws the line at giving her own husband a kiss. Just doesn't really make sense. Not only did Ghislaine look extremely shady, it now seemed like she was perfectly comfortable with lying about her relationship to make herself look better. And it turns out she wasn't just lying to her small audience, she was also lying to her own husband as well. Now, Ghislaine constantly claiming that she has main character energy is particularly interesting. This is supposed to mean that you are liberated from others' judgment and confident in yourself. But for some, saying you have main character energy is just an acceptable way to admit that you are a narcissist. And narcissists tend to lie about everything, which is why many refused to believe Ghislaine when she said that she was a virgin before meeting Akaash. Akaash has previously stated that he and Ghislaine were both virgins before they met.
My wife also had partner, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Let me ask you this:
and you believe her? If you've seen her, then it's hard to believe. Yeah. I remember I was just like, what?
Ghislaine, in a separate podcast, made the same statement.
I was at the point where I was ready, because I don't know if you told her, because I was...
I didn't know you were a virgin too.
So I was a virgin too when I met him.
However, posts made by Jasleen herself tell a completely different story, like the one where she reminisces on the days she spent in college, passing herself around to other men.
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. So for context, I went to college from 2011 to 2016. I was popping and living my best life in these white boy frat houses.
What was you doing? Serving the drinks? What was you doing in there? What was you doing? Was you cleaning the bathroom? When you was in the frats? What was you doing? You was just you was just with the girls. Okay.
And I had a roster of guys that I would rotate.
Now, technically, she doesn't say that she was sleeping with them, but it is heavily implied. And despite many feeling like they caught her in a lie, she surprisingly doubled down in a response to the criticism, claiming that she did in fact lose her virginity to Akaash. Even though Jasleen has disabled the comments on her social media, preventing anyone from criticizing her on her own page, she still sees the backlash. And her justification for acting the way she does online just makes everything so much worse.
The question that hasn't been answered is Akaash okay with the orgy? That's the question. All this is going by, but people really want to know if it's okay or not. That's the real question. You know what? That might be the title for the video.
Where she claims that she is being cancelled, which is funny because she has nothing to be cancelled from. She has no show to be fired from, no brand deal to lose, no job, no platform that anyone could realistically take away from her. In the last few years, cancel culture has become such a buzzword that people will use as a shield against any form of criticism. If an influencer or celebrity frames their criticism as, they're just trying to cancel me, a certain group of viewers will immediately jump to their defense without doing any research. They hear the word cancel and assume it's just another example of people online trying to ruin someone's life for no reason. But Jasleen is the one who decided to blurt out all of this stuff about her relationship for the internet, and she's being criticized for it. It's that simple. But she mostly chalks up all the negative attention to just coming from red pillars and incels trying to cancel her because she doesn't fit the traditional wife role.
When you're a simple little boy, it just breaks their brain that a girl can just be loved for simply existing.
Nobody. God, she just dead ass live life on the easiest difficulty, bro. Nobody is loved for existing. Unless it's your mom, dad, brother, sister, son, daughter, and even Dan, there is limits. Nobody is loved for simply existing. It's just impossible.
What you said, there's nobody for just simply existing. Nobody is loved for just simply existing. That's true. Yeah, you gotta have a reason to love. You can't just exist. Well, that's... You ever heard of love at first sight? People just exist and you're like, oh, I love you.
Nah, she doesn't even believe it. The reason why she pretends to believe it is because she actually doesn't want responsibility, bro.
Like, honestly, like, you can't, like, a lot of people to see a girl and be like, damn, you just love her just for existing. That's like saying your celebrity crush, like, damn. Like, you're in love with your celebrity crush. Why? Because they just fucking exist. That's why.
If she can't take by simply existing,
but you're not loving everybody.
Then she wither a wish. She'd have to figure out some response. She'd have to start doing her laundry, gang. The simplest stuff. She'd have to start cleaning her house.
Like I said, I think they're just capping for the internet.
She'd have to.
Yeah.
Now, nobody is saying that she needs to cook and clean and fit some 1950s idea of a trad wife to have value. The issue is that publicly romanticizing other men, joking about cheating, and openly fantasizing about life before your husband isn't empowerment, it's disrespect. It's not about gender roles, it's about basic partnership and companionship. And her mentality and behavior influencing others is potentially harmful to relationships or even single people all around the world.
Right, so the problem is that you put in this type of information on the internet, and a lot of times it's people think this shit is alright. People think Jerry Springer is alright. Jerry Springer is not alright. Like the show, them fighting, having a type of a relationship where people just fight all the time, that's not normal, and people think that's normal. Like, that's a normal thing, like how they communicate with each other, that's not normal.
After people had thoroughly scrubbed through her digital footprint, Ghislaine should have realized at this point that it was more than just incels coming after her. But she does make an interesting point about the criticism she was receiving.
I would be mad if me and my husband are cool with each other, if we both make...
For now, is the marriage part. That's the main thing, it's the marriage. If it wasn't because they're married, it wouldn't be a problem. They'd just be like, oh, they just fucking open relationships and shit like that, whatever.
Jokes at each other's expense. The difference is my husband will go on stage and say whatever the f- he wants about me. No one has anything to say. It's like, oh my god, it's so funny, it's so relatable. But then I come on TikTok and I make jokes, and now you have a f***ing problem.
You're not a comedian, bro. It's not your job. You just made a podcast. That makes you a podcaster. You're allowed to talk on a podcast. Why do we have to pretend like she's a comedian just because she want to tell jokes, gang? Just because you told a half funny joke at the 10-minute mark doesn't make you a comedian, all right? That was a joke, bro. It's a joke. I was just playing.
Problem? Because I don't have a mic in my hand?
Ironically, yes. If she did have a microphone in her hand, it would be way different. If she was trying to make it as a stand-up comic and her material focused around her being a gold digger or cheating on her husband, people would likely assume that she is being self-deprecating and not to take her as seriously. Because when you are on stage with a mic, people understand that it is a form of performance art that was thought about, written, practiced, and perfected over time. But she isn't selling herself as a comedian. Her podcast is branded as Unfiltered Girl Talk, which implies that Ghislaine is offering her honest thoughts and feelings while present. Not to mention that the same things she tries to pass off as jokes, she also attempts to justify as valid opinions she genuinely has. Also,
The thing about comedians is not every comedian is funny to the majority. And then there's some comedians, some people might find funny. For instance, you might not find her funny, but other people do. And it's just a certain type of comedy for people. They look at, oh, their drama's funny. Like, that's that type of comedy. It's not like some like real funny shit. It's just like, it's like light laughter. That's their comedy. It's light laughter.
TikTok is quite literally,
you know, it's like conservative comedy. That's their comedy. It's like light. It's just slightly humorous. Still comedy, but it's not fucking extremely funny. You get what I'm saying?
a behind-the-scenes look at her real life and real dynamics with her husband. She is picking and choosing what should be considered as jokes and what is serious to, again, deflect criticism. This is likely the exact same thing she does to Akaash in their personal relationship, which is why he doesn't even realize he is being disrespected and humiliated. Akaash certainly complains about his relationship while doing stand-up.
My wife's objectively gorgeous. Me? Nah. So that's what you gotta do. I gotta work my ass off, and then every time she starts looking at me and she starts assessing my beauty, I just throw a bag at her. Chest raise! I'm telling you, ladies, if you have a good guy, do you know what he needs? A vacation. You hear it all the time. A relationship is hard work. Marriage is a job. Well, every good job gives you 2 weeks vacation. And if you have a good man, I promise you I know what his dream vacation is. Because every good guy's dream vacation is your vacation. Go somewhere. Go anywhere you want.
But in a more personal setting, like
No. The way, okay. Cook-a-thon, no. I mean, the joke setups are pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. But his jokes are self-deprecating. Hers are like completely the opposite, you know? Main character. They're almost just like, it's like punching down. In comedy, it's a lot harder to punch down at people. It's a lot easier to punch up or at yourself. Because people can relate to that. And then you don't come off crazy.
Podcast, for example, Akaash is significantly more graceful when talking about his wife.
She just says everything she's feeling.
I want to say something about like entertainment. I look at comedy like the rap or the music industry, where certain things sound good on certain platforms. Certain songs are better for streams, certain songs are better on radio, and certain songs are better in the club, if that makes sense.
Moment. It's
You know what I'm
done.
saying?
She just
So-
tells me when she's pissed off at me. It just all comes out. It took me a while to appreciate that because initially I'm like, why are you so combative? What's this about? God damn, stop fighting with me all the time. And then I was like, oh no, she just lets it out and she's free. All these little social niceties that we all do where we just lie.
Bro took the simping crown from Will Smith. Feeling the pressure from all the backlash, Akaash started interrupting his stand-up performances to talk about social media drama. As one fan wrote, I went to the 7 p.m. show last night and it was extremely awkward. He was clearly not processing the situation well and he ended the set 20 minutes early. He spent the first 10 to 15 minutes of the set talking about the controversy, how his wife has been loyal to him, and everything she has been saying is just jokes and is fine with him. No one in the crowd knew how to take this information, and I truly believe that the majority of fans there had no idea any of this was going on. This only made him spending like 1/3 of his set on it even more awkward. He then proceeded to jokingly call his wife a every time he brought her up, which was just not helping. I think it ruined his whole set and the mood never recovered, which I think is why he ended early. Other fans recalled a similar experience, and they all seemed to share that.
I personally don't think there was nothing wrong with that. I think there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, now if this was like the arena or something like that and the tour is different, but if he's just in some small comedy club trying stuff, then I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
The sentiment that
Exactly to what I was just saying literally 5 minutes ago. It all depends on where you're at and what platform. And a lot of times, I'm sure it happened to the best of most comedians where you're fucking funny and then you're not. Like, sometimes the crowd is feeling it, sometimes it's not. It all depends on the night. Some people are feeling it, some people are not. It's like a swing and a miss. It's like rolling dice. Like, energy can play a major part into how your day's gonna be. Most people can't see something that they feel, if that makes sense.
one fan even claimed that he asked beforehand if the crowd had heard about the trauma and was relieved to find out most of them hadn't. Someone else reported a recent performance Akaash did in which he tries to explain why he thinks his wife isn't what the internet says she is.
Being married is you upon your wife, gold digger, all these other things. So I'm gonna tell one story that I have never even told her, honestly. My wife and I met in 2014. I was not making much money. I was making $25 a night in stand up on MTV shows. But then in 2018, I'm a flat, 34 years old. I probably made $4,000 that entire year, and we couldn't even afford the living room we lived in New York City. Me and her sleeping on a hardwood floor. I'm 34 years old. She's 25 years old. I'm looking at this girl like, man, you could go be with an Indian music doctor. I have nothing to give her. It's just a light jacket. It's like a coat. We have nothing. So I hand her the jacket, and then she said, what's this for? I said, you can use it as a pillow. And then she goes, well, what are you going to use? And I said, I'll figure it out. She handed me back the jacket. She goes, you take this. And then she laid her head on my chest and her arm around me the entire night. And I remember thinking in that moment, I don't know if I'm going to be able to marry this girl because I'm so broken in such a bad place. It's a dark time in my life. But I know I will never find a girl that loves me this much ever again.
Now this paints the narrative of a girl who was loyal to the core to a man who was at his lowest moment, and therefore deserves the fruits of his success. But there is a few key details that he left out, because shortly after this story that Akaash explained of them sleeping on the floor, Ghislaine did actually leave him, but then came back to him when his career was revived. Akaash says that he made nearly no money during the first 4 years of their relationship.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, do you really know who they are? No one fucking knows. No one fucking knows who they are. You get what I'm saying? It's like, do you fucking know who they are? No one fucking knows who they are. Now you're getting a little backstory. Like, they do this shit for shits and giggles. Their fucking relationship is like unorthodox. It's like fucking, It's basically a non-traditional relationship. Or maybe it is. Maybe it's just all comedy.
And then went broke in 2018. However, they both have publicly claimed that he was making a six-figure salary in 2017.
He was getting a lot of work from MTV, like his first show was Wildin' Out, and he did Guy Code, and he was just like on a bunch of MTV shows, and he was like reach a six-figure salary, which at the time was really huge for us. But then in 2018, like all of the opportunities started to dry up. He was kind of aging out of the MTV bracket, and he wasn't really getting any attention from the industry.
Oh, she had to work? Oh, dude, that sucks. I'm so sorry to hear that. She had that manager? No.
Crazy is what she said with the whole orgy thing. That's fucking insane. That is insane. This controversy, this outrage, is crazy. Like, yeah. Like, I would be fucking pissed. I'm gonna be honest. I would be pissed. But he's taking it in. He's a comedian. Like, I'm sure he's gonna run with this shit.
7 MTV shows. I wasn't making crazy money. I was making like low
I mean, yo,
with my girlfriend.
If it was me, I would run with it. I would take all this shit. This is clout right now. Take all this shit, you know?
She moved to our place, and all of a sudden, end of 2017, all the shows.
Bro wasn't making crazy money, low six figures.
So I went from making like a low six figures, nothing crazy, but 6 figures in 2017 to 2018, probably making like $4,000 for the whole year. I'm not even exaggerating.
Jazleen actually did end up dumping Akaash during this dark time, sparked by what she claims was a fight between her and Akaash's mother. Then the two eventually got back together months later, and conveniently enough, Akaash's Flagrant podcast was just starting to blow up and was making $10,000 a month in Patreon revenue. Akaash and Jazleen finally decided to sit down and address all of the backlash on the Flagrant podcast. Andrew and the guys created this trial where they pretended to investigate Jazleen and ask her all of the tough questions that the internet is demanding answers to. What's funny is that everyone seems to be enjoying this besides Akaash. He is easily the least animated one throughout the pod, and it seems like he just wants to get this thing over with. Now the two...
He's definitely not the least animator right now. Shit. He got a whole fucking cartoon show right now.
Who didn't say anything that we haven't heard before. Jazleen basically
Thanks to the one that said people are saying that she don't do shit, she don't do nothing. Well, guess what? She did a whole lot of something that sparked people.
Talks everything up to being...
See, sometimes like anything, rage bait. This is rage bait right here, right? This is what this is rage bait. This is definitely rage bait.
Just a joke.
And some people find this shit comical. Like,
or
choose your entertainment.
Exaggerate, textualize her background and upbringing.
Have you ever heard of the repressed Catholic schoolgirl?
Yes. His Catholic school was in his living room. Imagine how repressed he was.
I was a repressed Indian girl that I didn't even watch Jersey Shore in high school because I felt it to be too inappropriate. So when I got to college, I'm like, oh my God, I can dress however I want. I can do whatever I want.
You can have a roster of frat boys. What does a roster mean?
So it didn't actually translate to a roster. It just meant like 2 guys I was talking to and flirting with.
Oh, everybody knows, man. A roster is just 2 people. That makes up the whole team. That's what she meant.
I think people
When
think
I just meant making out again.
Oh, she said hooking up. The word commonly used to describe sex. She just meant kissing. Oh, she should have just said that. That's where the confusion was.
Like everything I say is so amplified and hyperbolic because
She was exaggerating for effect. That answers literally everything, bro.
you
I
can
do.
take that schema. Really? It's useless. Yo, you can't say this with all due respect. Please. You guys say with all due respect. I guess it's your right. What the internet was right about everything? Holding a okay, so you can make all these things. You can make all these things.
yeah.
One of the more interesting moments was when the two discussed her bringing up and being so persistent about having an with her co-host's husband. And again, she said it was just a joke, but in the middle of that, she remained firm in her stance that she was a virgin, and even Andrew was surprised.
So if she had a body count, I would have been like, hey, cut that. But because she doesn't, and I know how like innocent she actually is.
Oh, you are a virgin? That's real?
I was a virgin until I met him, yeah.
Really? Oh, okay. Yeah, good to know.
Yeah.
And if she wasn't, that body count thing, I'd be like, what are we doing here?
Right.
Because I would have been insecure about it. But I can be, not that I'm so secure, but with that joke, I'm like so secure.
Oh, I absolutely would feel insecure.
And I think stupidly, I was like, oh, it's all of us. It's not like
Yeah, that is stupid.
But the 87,000 dislikes on the video says that the viewers were not exactly believing whatever they were saying. Are they trying to convince us or themselves? Akaash still believes her body count is 1. At this point, someone needs to interview one of those frat boys. The fake laughing is almost corporate level. That being said, it seems like Akaash genuinely believes his wife is out of his league. He said publicly that she is far more attractive than body count is 1. At this point, someone needs being said, it seems like Akaash genuinely believes his wife is out of his league. He said publicly that she is
She's out of his league. Like, he don't want nothing to do with her in the near future.
far more attractive than any
I don't know.
woman yet. When you feel lucky just to be with someone, you start letting things
You know what I think, Chet? I think, first of all, this is none of our business until they started posting about it. Okay? But more importantly, I think that
That's true.
he maxed out. He got the finest
But
girl that
viral.
he could get with the things he could provide, which in this instance, most of is money. And he's okay with that. And he's comfortable with all the things she's saying. He's knowing that he thinks she looks good, and that's his girl. Only his problem to deal with. Sound like he like the problems, okay?
Yeah, that's
Personally, it sounds crazy to everybody else who's watching the way their relationship dynamic exists. Like, she has no responsibility. I didn't see anything in this video about something she does for him. I don't know what she does. I have no idea.
she's doing it.
I don't know if it's like, does she just, what the fuck does she do? We have no idea. We know what he does. We know a lot of what he does. But if that's a dynamic he like to get taken advantage of, then he's not being taken advantage of. That's just what he's into, bro. Still crazy.
a slide that would normally hurt you. You convince yourself the jokes don't mean anything, the disrespect isn't real, and the public humiliation is just content. Jasleen behaves like someone who assumes she'll be forgiven no matter what, so she has no reason to self-reflect on her behavior because her husband doesn't push back. You can only see where this will lead. Eventually, Akaash won't be able to supply her demands. The vacations aren't enough. The house isn't big enough. The clothes aren't expensive enough. The bedroom activities aren't enough. And that stuff is hard enough to deal with privately. Now he has to run the risk of her expressing all of these frustrations publicly on her TikTok and podcast. It seems that Jasleen is a product of a generation that confuses on-screen dysfunctionality.
I can't help but think young men thinking it's the only way to get the girl jeans. What, you mean like giving her things? I mean, it's a lot of niggas like that. It's a lot of niggas like that. Like, you don't have to look good. You don't have to do anything useful. You don't have to have a good personality. Genuinely though, like, you can get a lot of girls by just giving them things, bro. That's why niggas do it. And like, it's like a Mario Kart shortcut for what they want. It's just like, when they get on a podcast and talk about it and it feels so unbalanced, you can't help but cringe looking at her like duck. It's like she's disgusted by the nigga, bro. It's like you can't help but cringe. Like, there's no way to watch that and not cringe. You can't hear some of the things she's saying and not cringe. Like, why even put the nigga in that position?
With personality, treating toxic characters as an aesthetic role model with main character energy.
Like, the closest character to me is probably Maddie from Euphoria.
Maddie from Euphoria is a character best known for her engagement in toxic relationships and selfish personality, oftentimes emotionally harming other people to get what she wants. So it's interesting that Jasleen says she can only act as Maddie because she can only act like herself. Jasleen does not
I've seen enough call UDY.
see Maddie as a problematic teenage girl. She sees her as a diva and an icon, and resonates with her as a result. If someone has a problem with her behavior, then they're just an incel, or a red pillar, or a misogynist. But if the pushback comes from someone that she loves, like her friend or her husband, then, it's just jokes. Narcissist's prayer. That didn't happen, and if it did, it wasn't that bad. And if it was, that's not a big deal. And if it
Okay, narcissistic prayer. Okay, so that didn't happen. If it did, it wasn't that bad. And if it was, that's not a big deal. And if it is, that's not my fault. And if it was, I didn't mean it. And if I did, you deserved it. Now that is a lot of fucking bullshit.
Past appearance, fresh.
I guess it wouldn't make sense for him. This is all like material. This is the only thing how I see this could work. This is the only way I could see this could work. He better use all of this as material because it's all entertainment at this point, right? But people don't see this as entertainment. They see this as a problem.
A lot more skewed to men having the financial and emotional power over their partner. The core idea underneath it is much simpler: respect. Any normal person understands that a relationship is supposed to be 50-50, which doesn't have to mean equal income. It means equal effort, equal care, equal consideration. But in this marriage, Jasleen holds all the emotional power because Akaash fears she will just leave him for someone else. And the truth is, she could get someone more successful, more handsome, and he will deal with all of her shortcomings. At some point, Akaash will have to draw a line, and only then will he truly figure out if his wife is just joking or not. I can only hope that this type of love never finds any of you. This relationship dynamic is eerily similar to Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. Nonsensical and strange ways of just...
That's what I'm saying. Like, anyways, to sum this shit all up, like, that's their fucking life. But it's just fucking crazy. Like, the question is, like, does he accept the fact that she can sleep with another man? That's it. That's what I want to know. Is it comedy or is it real?